Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're getting into some MegaMek. Hello Varank, I'm glad you could join us. We are going to be picking up where we left off. Yes, there I am. We're going to be picking up on this long sleeve shirt. Yeah, I frequently wear long sleeve shirts. I know, in this heat, yeah. Um, it's just something over an undershirt. My usual garb. Nothing spectacular there. No need for alarm. um, we're indoors. We've got the AC cranked. It'll probably kick on here in a minute. And for that I apologize. I know that the AC plays havoc with my audio quality, but it's gotta run. It has to. There's no getting around that. So we did have maintenance on the Archer, which is somewhat improving in quality, except the engine is back down to a C quality. Other than that, we just got some parts we couldn't acquire. Vernita picked up Melee Master in the Wolverine. And we are going to be jumping back into this mission real quick. Let's see. Pull up the round report here. Let me shrink that so I can get maybe the whole thing on the screen. Let's see. Oh, speaking of the round report, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to mess around with the new release. I think it's 49.14. The round report looks significantly different. It gives you a complete listing of, or at least the end round report gives you a listing of all the units on the field. I've been messing around with a little bit, with 49.14. And I do plan on upgrading this campaign to that version as soon as possible, as soon as we finish this current contract. So we've one initiative going into round 6. We've got units deploying on round 8, including Hoser's Ride, as well as Tsubasa, Ash in the Archer, and Warwolf in his Stalker. We've got enemy reinforcements deploying on round 15, which is probably going to be too little too late. Our team is at 93%, our own forces are at 91.8%, Team 2 is down to 56%. What we're looking at right now, starting in the north, we've got a Phoenix Hawk and our Thunderbolt 5S. Standard Thunderbolt with the large laser, the 3 mediums, the LRM-15. He deployed somewhere up here and he's been making his way down this way. The Phoenix Hawk is also not been moving at full speed. The Avenging Angel has been making his way into the combat fray. We've got an enemy Condor with a pair of autocannon 2s, not much of a threat, but it seems to be distracting a lot of our friendly forces. We've got a friendly Scorpion, 55-tonner. Scorpion's 55? I could have sworn it was 60, but I guess I'm mistaken. Anyway, Scorpion 1N with the PPC and the SRM-6. We've got Petra, Yarvik, Earl, and I think this is Harry van den Uden and the Spider have all kind of congregated in this general region where there aren't really any enemies for them to engage, except the Pack Rat. A little further south, we've got, that's going to be Vernita and the Wolverine and Stiletto and the Cronus. And they're engaging a Wolfhound, a Wasp, and a Vulcan, as well as a pair of tanks, a Condor and a Vedette. We've got a quick draw down here, which took a lot of fire last turn. It is, in fact, missing a leg, which is not fantastic. About to be missing the right arm. The right torso is down to 0 armor. The right leg is down to 1 armor. Might be time. Might be time for this quick draw to be ejecting. That's zero chew in the quick draw. Now, granted, maybe we can hold on for a turn or two. The only real threat in the area is this Hetzer with the twin LRM-15s. The Savannah Master with a pair of small lasers, not so much of a threat. The small laser and flamer turrets were not in range of them. There is an LRM-10 turret here. And it doesn't want to give me the range brackets, easily visible, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're at ideal range from that LRM-10 turret. And that would be medium range from the quad LRM-10 turret, which is, I believe, a 3 gunnery. The triple LRM-10 turret is a 2 gunnery. So yeah, the quick draw is going to be taking some heavy fire from that direction, I expect. But we'll see. In the meantime, we have one initiative going into round 6, although we are going first within our team. Oh yeah, we need to replace some people. That's going to be under game, replace player. That's going to be princess for everyone. And hopefully it restores all of their previous settings. Okay, so we can stick this maybe right here, where it doesn't take up too much of the map. We can pop this out of the way for right now. Yeah, I'm thinking the quick draw, stiletto, and Wolverine are going to be probably the last ones to move, so I'm going to go ahead and have Yarvik start moving forward to engage at a running pace for 5 hexes. Stiletto's going to hold off. Wolverine's going to hold off. Earl has taken an engine hit, so he's going to be less effective, but he still has plenty of armor, except on his right arm. Still fully armed, it's just he can't fire all of his lasers because of that engine hit. So I think we're going to advance with him as well. Try to be a little bit evasive at a run. Wolverine, quick draw, we're going to hold off on Petra. Petra will run to be somewhat evasive, just moving through this rough terrain here. Maybe we can get some long-range shots on the Wasp or the Vedette. We'll see. Holding off on Stiletto, holding off on the Wolverine, holding off on the quick draw, the Spider, which is... Ooh, yeah, the Spider was coming down here to join in against the Wolfhound if we can. That's walking 7 hexes for a +3 movement mod. That's not bad. The Phoenix Hawk still not really trying to engage the enemy. The Thunderbolt also not moving forward at his fastest pace. The Avenging Angel and the Scorpion still yet to move. Hopefully they can take out this Condor. In the meantime, Stiletto will be, I guess, moving 5 hexes to engage this Vulcan at close range. Maybe we can land a kick on him or something. Let's see. This is Vernetta and the Wolverine. We skip moving on along the road, and we can move 6 hexes in that direction. That puts us fairly close to this other condor, or the vedette, depending. We've got a Savannah Master trying to flank Yarvik in them. Let's see, the quick draw is the only thing we have left to move. Do we eject or do we engage the condor? We're missing a leg. We're about to be missing our right arm. Our right arm doesn't have any weapons in it. The right torso kind of does, with a trio of medium lasers and the SRM-6. Where do we keep that ammo? Forget. That is on the right torso. It does have case, but we would lose 3 medium lasers and the SRMs. If we lost the ammunition, we would be down to a large laser and a medium laser. And also, do we have, what else have we got? We'd lose 2 jump jets, and we'd take 2 pilot hits, which would be the first 2 hits for 0. Can we turn our left side towards them? We could if we sprinted. In this case, yeah, let's just engage the condor with a TMM of 3. Yeah, we'll hold off on ejecting from the quick draw for now. And Savannah Master being all evasive. Let me shrink this down. It was all the way, it was covering up chat for me. So the Vulcan stands up, the Vedette, reckless driving on pavement succeeds, the Condor, flanking and turning succeeds, the Savannah Master, flanking and turning also succeeds, both of them. Let me shrink this down a little bit, there we go. Oh, and all of a sudden we've got a lot more blips, it seems like. We've got eyes on a blackjack now. We've got eyes on another vedette. Let's start with, where's Petra? Petra has eyes on this here Phoenix Hawk on 12s with the PVCs. That's not great. The Savannah Master is 10s. But that's only going to be the left arm guns at the Savannah Master. Whereas with the Phoenix Hawk, we can get both PPCs. If we get lucky, we'll have to get real lucky. And I think that's all we've got with Petra. Yarvik at the Savannah Master might be a little bit better off. He's got 9s. We'll do Ultra. Because I really want to try to immobilize that Savannah Master. I don't necessarily really want to, but I would like to get him out of the fight. Let's see, the Cronus. Came down here to attack the Vulcan. We've got him on 6s and 4s. We'll go 5 heat over this turn, and then next turn we'll have to skip the large laser. Let's see, the Wolverine. I'm thinking also at the Vulcan on 6s, or... Ooh, no, we've got the Wasp with the pulse lasers on 4s, and that Wasp is already missing his right arm. Actually, we've got the Wolfhound at the same modifier. We've got the Wolfhound on 6s and 4s as well. We've got... we'll skip the cluster munition for now. We'll do the pulse lasers, we'll do the mediums and the SRMs, and then we'll go 3 over on the cluster munitions to try to get the crits. Earl has Phoenix Hawk on 12s. which is not likely to happen. We've got the Savannah Master on 9s, which is also not super likely to hit. Let's go cluster munitions so that we can get him on 8s, maybe. We'll do the large on 9s. We'll do some mediums. We'll do the SRM and the LBX on an 8 just to be heat neutral. Man, that engine hit is really cutting into our offensive capabilities. And last but not least, we've got the quick draw with the Vedette on 7s or the Condor on 9s. It's going to be 7s and 9s against the Vedette. It's going to be just straight up 9s on the Condor. You know what? We'll do just straight up 9s on the Condor. We'll go 1 heat over. Fighter at the Wasp on 8s. Sure. Alright, the Vulcan landing a medium laser on Stiletto's center torso down to 12 armor there. The Vedette hitting quick draw in the right torso, critting on a medium laser. Okay. Petra at the Phoenix Hawk missing on 12s. The Vedette at the quick draw hitting him in the right torso again for 2. The Condor hitting us in the right arm for 2, destroying the arm and transferring into the right torso, critting on the SRM-6. I would say we have a dump ammo, but there's going to be enemies behind us, and I don't want that ammo to cook off while we're dumping it, so it might be time to eject before the SRM ammo goes off. Machine gun to the center torso, autocannon 2 to the right torso, autocannon 2 to the left torso. The rifleman at the Savannah Master hits it in the front, jams one of the autocannons, unfortunately. Condor missing on 8s, the Pack Rat missing on a 10, the Wasp missing on an 8. Stiletto at the Vulcan hits it in the head with the large laser, forcing his first consciousness check. Medium pulse laser to the right leg down to 6. Medium pulse laser to the left torso down to 2. SRMs to the center and right torso down to 4 on that right side. The Wolverine at the Wolfhound hits him in the left leg, critting on his foot. Hits him in the right torso down to 6 armor. SRMs to the arms and right torso down to 4 armor on the left arm, and the right torso down to 8 armor on the right arm. And then 8 LBX pellets hit, also to the left arm, almost critting, rolled a 6. Right arm is down to 7, center torso is down to 10. Phoenix Hawk missing on 8s, the Blackjack missing on 11s, and landing a hit with the autocannon 2 on the quick draw's left arm down to 6 armor. The Scorpion hits the Phoenix Hawk in the right torso with the PPC down to 6 armor there. The Savannah Master landing a pair of small lasers on the quick draw's center torso rear down to 7 armor. Savannah Master missing the Banshee. Earl at the Savannah Master hits it in the front, destroying the Savannah Master. Took us long enough. The Vedette landing 2 SRMs to the left torso and head of the quick draw, forcing Zero Choose first consciousness check. Autocannon 2 to the right torso, critting on a medium laser in the SRM-6. Again. Wolfhound at the Wolverine hitting us in the right torso and right arm with medium lasers. Quick draw at the Condor hits it in the front, costing it half its movement points. Hits it in the front, costing it another movement point. The Hetzer at the quick draw hits us in the left torso and right leg down to 10 structure. Left arm down to 1 armor. Right torso destroyed, and center torso down to 7 for more LRMs. The Thunderbolt 5S missing the Savannah Master on a 12, got an 8. The LRM-10 quad turret at the Wolverine hits us in the right torso for 10. Hits us in the left leg for 5. Hits us in the right torso for 5 more, down to 11 structure. Center torso and left torso take another 8. The Spider at the Wasp hits it in the right leg for 5, down to 0 armor. Hits it in the right torso rear, critting on a pair of heat sinks. The triple LRM turret at the Wolverine hits us in the right torso for another point, down to 10 structure. Left torso is down to 5 armor. Left torso is down to 4 armor. Right arm is down to 7 armor. The Avenging Angel missing on 9s and 11s. The Wolfhound needs a pair of 6s to stay standing, gets a 7 and a 10. The Vulcan needs a 7, gets a 9. The Wolverine needs a 6, gets the 6, barely, for 60 plus damage. Jeez. Alright, Stiletto. At the Vulcan, we're going to be kicking on a 4. The Wolverine is going to be punching at the Wolfhound on 6s twice. Alright, the Vulcan kicks the Cronus in the left leg for 8, down to 13 armor. The Wolfhound punches the Wolverine in the right arm for 4, down to 3 armor. Cronus kicks the Vulcan in the right leg, critting on his foot. The Wolverine punches the Wolfhound in the center torso, down to 3 armor. The Vulcan goes down, takes 4 to the right torso, down to 0 armor. The Cronus needs a 3 to stay standing, gets a 3. Let's see. The Rifleman is up to 4 heat. The Wolfhound is at 3 heat. The Blackjack is at 6. The Phoenix Hawk is at 7. The Vulcan is at 5. Stiletto is at 5. Our Wolverine is at 3. Our Quick Draw is at 1. Our Scorpion is at 4. I would say everyone else is running cool, but that's not really much of anyone. We've got units deploying next round. And in the meantime, we've won initiative. We're at 87.9% of our forces. Our primary op 4 is at 64.6% of theirs. Yarvik will advance in this direction. No, we will also be unjamming. Can we not move and unjam? Oh, we can walk and unjam. Stiletto, who's taken quite the beating, down to 8 armor on the right arm. Not as bad as the Wolverine, which is internal on the right torso. And the right torso has engine hits. Left torso's down to 4. Wolverine might be trying to get out of there. Do we have extended torso twist on this thing? Yeah. The Wolverine has extended torso twist, so we can move forward 5 hexes. Don't know why we can't. Oh, because the Savannah Master is a hostile unit. We can't move through it. We can only enter its hex. We can torso twist and catch the Condor on its flank. Maybe we can catch it in the rear with enough guns to destroy it. That gives us 2 points of evasion. Stiletto, who is at 5 heat, is down to a 4-6-5 movement profile. We can move 5 hexes. That'll give us shots on the Blackjack and or the Hetzer, I think. Earl will move forward. No, I kind of want Earl moving more south than east. So we'll have him run in that direction, turning twice, moving 3 hexes. Quick Draw, quickly getting ganged up on by the Savannah Master and the Condor and the Vedette and the Vulcan. Might be time for him to eject. We'll see. Petra is currently a 3-5. Yeah. Well, it's the Banshee. It's always a 3-5. We'll move to there. Maybe take some long-range shots at the Wolfhound or something. Let's see. The Spider, I think, is going to wait for the Wolfhound. Quick Draw is going to go ahead and punch out. And there goes the AC. It looks like you guys can hear that. Let me try moving the mic a little bit. Yeah, okay, that looks better. A little bit. I'm sure you can hear it while I'm talking, but at least it's not constant. Yeah, we will abandon the quick draw. Need a 6 to eject. Let's see, it looks like the Wolverine, the Pilot, and the Savannah Master are all in one hex. I would like to try to nail that Savannah Master. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can get 4 evasion and be in the back of the Wolfhound. Yeah, that might be the move. It isn't real loud? Okay, good to know. So yeah, the Vulcan needs a 7 to get up, gets a 7. 02 ejects from the quick draw, needs a 6, gets a 7. Destroyed by ejection. Savannah Master, flanking and turning, needs a 5, gets a 7. Rifleman does not unjam the Ultra Autocannon. Needed a 6, got a 4, which is unfortunate. Stiletto has the Wasp on a 7. That was pretty quick. What, the ejection, or... I'm not sure I follow. What was pretty quick? We've got him on 7s and 9s. We'll go 3 heat over for the SRMs. Let's see, the Wolverine cannot attack the Savannah Master because they're in the same hex. Oh wait, this is this is 02. He can't fire at all. The Wolverine can fire at the Vedette on 4s and 2s. No, that's gonna be 5s, 4s, and 3s. Or we could do, no, the Wolfhound's gonna be taking back shots from the Spider. We'll go for the Vedette on 5s and 3s. Earl has not a lot of great shots. We've got the Vedette on 8s, we've got the Condor on 8s. We'll go for the Condor. We'll start with the large laser on 9s. The LRM on a 7. The LBX on an 8. Now, do we have any other targets? Looks like it's gonna get messy fast. As long as we stay away from these turrets. The LRM turrets are gonna be kind of an issue. Mostly they're looking at tanks and light mechs. We are outnumbered, but I don't feel like we're outgunned. We've got reinforcements on the way. It's going to be messy for a turn or two, but then I think we're going to pull ahead. That's going to be it for Earl. Petra has the Vulcan on 9s. That's not great. He's got low profile, so a 9 or a 10, which is by far the most likely hit we're going to get, is going to be a glancing blow. Anything else is going to be an 11 or 12. We might be better off against the Condor on 9s. And we'll throw in an 8 just to see if we can't immobilize him. We've got nothing in range of anything else, it looks like. Spider into the back of the Wolfhound on 7s. That's going to be everything. That's 5 lasers. I saw prone. Alright, the Cronus at the Wasp hits it in the right torso, transferring into the center torso, hits it in the left torso, stripping it of armor, missing with everything else. The Vedette missing on a 10, the Vedette landing a hit on the Wolverine's right torso, going internal down to 8 structure. SRM to the left leg. Condor hits Earl in the right arm for 2, down to 7. The Condor hits the Scorpion in the right torso for 2, down to 9. The Pack Rat hitting the Scorpion with 5 SRMs to across the torsos, hitting the center torso 3 times, left and right torso once each. The Wolverine on 5s, missing the Vedette with the autocannon 10. Dang. Medium pulse lasers hit the left and front sides, medium laser to the left and front sides, and SRMs to the turret and front and left side, immobilizing it. Okay, finally. And down to 5 armor. The Vulcan with 4 medium lasers at the Wolverine hits the right leg and the center torso. The Atlas at the Condor missing on 9s, 7s, and 8s. The quad LRM turret hitting Wolverine 6 missiles on the left side, 3 missiles to the center torso, down to 11 armor there. The triple LRM turret hits with 6 to the left and center torso on the Wolverine, down to 11 structure on that left side. The Scorpion missing the Phoenix Hawk on a 7. The Blackjack hitting the Wolverine in the right torso down to 3. That's about to take out his main gun, I think, which is in his right arm, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the LB-10X is in the right arm, the 2 medium lasers in the right arm. If we lose that right torso, we're down to 2 lasers and the SRMs. Savannah Master missing on 12s, the Banshee at the Condor on 9s, hitting it in the front with a pair of PPCs, hitting 6 LB-10X pellets to the turret in the front, down to 1 armor. Excuse me, I've got a cat fussing at the back door. 1 second. Yes, mister. Yes. Gemini must have let him in, and he was only in for a handful of minutes, I think. Okay, so the Vedette landing SRMs and autocannon 2 fire to the center torso. The Wolfhound hitting the Wolverine in the right leg and left torso with medium laser, or a large laser to the right leg. Medium lasers to the left torso and left arm, down to 6 structure. The Thunderbolt missing the building. The Hetzer at the Wolverine hits it in the left torso and the right torso, destroying it and critically destroying the engine of the Wolverine. So, taking another 9 LRMs to the center torso and left arm, down to 0 armor in both of those locations. Hopefully we don't take any more engine crits. I don't know if I'm going to be able to repair or I'm going to have to replace that engine. But yeah, the Wolverine took a lot of damage that turn. Lost the right torso. Left torso down to 1. Right arm down to 0. Oh, man. He was in pretty good shape a turn ago. He didn't go boom. He went down. He went down gently. The Spider into the back of the Wolfhound hits him in the left arm and the left leg. Hits him in the right arm and right leg. Not what I was hoping for. That was 0 torso hits. That was left arm and left leg down to 1 structure and 3 structure. Well, engine destroyed. I mean, it's less of a boom than an ammo crit. And at least he didn't take any falling damage. Or she, I should say. That's Vernita. She's not going to take any falling damage because the engine crit destroys the unit, takes it off the field before it falls down. The Phoenix Hawk landing a medium pulse laser on the Avenging Angel's right arm and blowing off his right arm. Jeez. Is that his gun arm? That is his gun arm. So, wow, we are just getting some unlucky damage rolls this turn. The Wolfhound falls on his left arm, destroying it, transferring into the left torso. But other than that, we're going to have to kick the Wolfhound or do we kick the Vedette? The Vedette's right side is pretty strong still. The Wolfhound, we'd be hitting him in the front. We might hit him in the leg, which would be nice. On a 4. The Phoenix Hawk kicks our Vindicator in the right arm, which transfers into the right torso, destroying its armor and going internal, critting on 2 heat sinks. The Spider missing his kick on a 4, but at least he stays standing. The Vulcan missing his punch on a 12. The Vindicator kicking at the Condor on a 9 and missing with an 8. The Avenging Angel needs to make 2 checks for missing a kick and getting kicked. Pair of 5s gets a 10 and a 9. Our Wolfhound, the enemy Wolfhound is at 8, the enemy Blackjack is at 4, the enemy Vulcan is at 6. Of our mechs, the Cronus is at 3, our friendly Scorpion is at 4. Everyone else is running relatively cool. The Vindicator is not going to be building up any heat after this because his PPC is going to be silent. We've lost initiative going into round 8, but at least we're going last in our turn. And this is the turn that we get to deploy, among other things, Hoser. I kind of want Hoser to come in from the flank. Hmm. Alright, let me see. This is Ash's Archer, that's the one with the medium lasers and the hatchets. We've got the Stalker with the LRMs, Blackjack. I want the Blackjack moving into this territory. Into these woods maybe to cover this flank, yeah. Let's see. Ash needs to be at medium range. So she's gonna start here and probably just camp there. Warwolf, I think, will start here and make his way into this mass of enemies. And Hoser, like I said, is going to start here and probably make his way into these heavy woods and just kind of start spraying into the south end of them. Alright, let's go ahead and start with Hoser. We'll run forward, we can walk forward next turn. Yarvik. Oh, that's rough terrain, I did not realize. Okay, so I guess we'll move forward 5 hexes this turn. Well, we'll walk and we'll try to unjam that autocannon again. Let's see, Blackjack will run forward. Maybe we'll use Mask next turn. Right now it's not worth moving. It's not worth rolling the dice for 1 extra movement point. So 1 extra move. Let's see. Ash will stand still. We've got the Vulcan at 6 hexes, which is ideal for her. Earl will move forward in this direction at a run. Oh. The Wasp is trying to make his way away. Warwolf, can we get to within medium laser range of this wasp and take him down? Let's see. Petra will be making her way down this way as well. Needs to avoid any extra rolls. We haven't been really lucky on the dice. No. You're absolutely right. No, the dice have absolutely hated us this entire game. Yeah, let's get within kicking distance of the Hetzer. Maybe we can take 30 LRMs off the field. His flank is pretty weak. Hetzers are strong in the front. Oh, Hetzers are strong on the side too, apparently. Stiletto. Maybe be backing up into the back of the Vulcan. The Vulcan's missing an arm. Hasn't taken much in the way of backfire. Or we can stop there. We can take the Wolfhound in the back. The Wolfhound has taken some rear shots. Or maybe we can back up to here, take back shots on the Wolfhound, and then kick the Vulcan. I like that plan. The Condor needs a 9, gets a 7, side slips 1 hex into hex 931. The Wolfhound needs a 5 to stand up, gets a 9. Yarvik finally successfully unjams the autocannon. Who's taking shots at who? The LRM-10 turret is taking shots at the Phoenix Hawk. Tsubasa, can we take any shots at the Packrat, which has a +0 mod? On 10s, we'll take a couple of shots. That'll be hate neutral. Let's see, Hoser's Ride. Who is our best target? It looks like we've got the Wolfhound on 3s. We've got the Vulcan or the Hetzer on 6s. I think that's going to be the 3s. And a 7, we'll do 3 7s. No, we can't do the mediums because they're in the legs. We'll go 1 heat over for the large then. Let's see. Next was gonna be Ash is gonna take shots at the Vedette. The Vedette is. How are we looking on the Vedette? The Vedette's right side is strong. The front, not so much. The left side. We're not gonna be able to hit the left side, so I guess we're gonna go for the front. Yeah, no, the left side's not an option. The front is. And that's going to be -2s. Stiletto. Oh, do we go for the Wolfhound on 4s? The Wolfhound might already be dead based on the fire that it's taking from Hoser. The Vulcan is actually probably the bigger threat and also more likely not going to be dead already. So we'll do 5s and 3s into the Vulcan. Hopefully we can set off his ammo or something. Earl at the Condor has him on 6s and 7s and 9s. Ooh, the LRM-20 on a 5. Sure, we'll take that. That puts us at 4 heat over for the Condor. Petra has the Hetzer on 9s, has the Condor on 7s. has the left side of the Vedette on 5s. The Vedette's already immobile, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so he's not going anywhere. He's not going to get away. I think we'll take the shots at the Condor on 7s. We'll throw in a 6, but not until we get some 9s in there as well. Let's see, the Spider was going for the Hetzer. We've also got the Vedette on 5s, but the Hetzer is doing more damage by far. And then the Stalker at the Wasp on 4s and 6s. We'll go 3 heat over for that, I think. Yeah. Oh, the Wasp got an exclamation point. I think he's down. The Phoenix Hawk missing the building, the Blackjack missing the pack rat, the Vulcan hits the Archer in the right and left torso down to 18 armor there. Hoser at the Wolfhound hits it in the right torso, blowing off his right arm and transferring into the center torso. Left leg destroyed and transferring into the left torso. Center torso down to 3 structure and critting on the gyro. And the large laser hitting him in the left torso, destroying that. If the Wolfhound goes down and crits on his center torso, that's going to be a kill for Hoser. Actually, probably even if he doesn't. Because that's his left torso destroyed, his right torso destroyed. That's all of his guns. And his leg. So we'll go ahead, we'll make a note of that. Yeah, kill for Hoser is always good. You're what, like 2 XP now away from getting Sniper, I think, including this kill. The Vedette missing the Cronus on a 7. More paint needs to be ordered, and threatening the text worked. Yeah, on 3s you got 3 out of 3, and you got the 7. So maybe threatening the text did work. Scorpion hitting the building and jamming the turret. The Condor hitting Earl in the left arm and left torso for 2 each. The Condor hitting the Scorpion in the center torso for 2 twice. Ash at the Vedette hits it in the front, and that's going to be a lot of wasted shots. Packrat hits the Avenging Angel in the rear with a bunch of SRMs, down to 9 structure on that right torso. Cronus at the Vulcan hits him in the left leg with a glancing blow, hits him in the left leg with a solid blow from the medium pulse down to 4 armor. Medium pulse to the right torso rear, medium pulse to the left arm, transferring into the left torso rear, critting on the machine gun ammo, and there's no more Vulcan. Huzzah! The LRM-10 quad turret landing 16 LRMs on Earl's right side and center torso. The triple LRM turret landing another 20 LRMs on Earl's right side and left arm and torso. The Thunderbolt missing the building, the Phoenix Hawk hitting the Scorpion in the center torso rear, and the center torso rear critting on his gyro. Earl at the Condor hits it in the left side with a large and a medium. Hits it with 8 pellets from the LBX, immobilizing it, destroying the turret stabilizer. The enemy Blackjack hitting Ash in the right leg for 2. Petra at the Condor hits it in the left side and destroys it. The Vindicator missing on 9s. The Vedette landing a hit for 2 on Ash's right leg. Spider at the Hetzer hits it in the fuel tank and blows up the Hetzer. So that's, I think, 3 kills now this turn, including the Wolfhound. The Wolfhound hits Ash in the right leg and center torso. The Stalker hits the Wasp in the center torso, the left leg, the left arm, the left torso, critting on the SRM-2 ammo and blowing up the Wasp. So that's like 4 kills this turn. The SRMs are wasted. The Hetzer landing all 30 LRMs on Ash's right arm, left arm, center, and right torso. Ouch. The Wolfhound falls on his right arm, which transfers to the right torso, transfers to the center torso, destroying the Wolfhound. That is a kill for Hoser. Ash needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 4. Would have landed on her head. Yeah, the spider got a kill. Dude, do you remember last week? The spider was friggin' MVP of that match. He only got 1 kill, but man, he contributed to like all of them. And yeah, a kill for Hoser. Ash goes down, takes 7 to the left arm and left leg. Earl stays standing with a 6, gets a 7. The Scorpion needs a 9, gets a 5. Takes 6 damage to the front left and front right legs. Scorpion needs a 9 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 4. Oh man, he's got a base piloting skill of 7, no wonder. Yeah, +4 for modifiers, -2 for the quad bonus. Yeah, at least he can get up automatically. Stiletto is not gonna step on the pilot. The Vindicator misses the kick on the Phoenix Hawk, but does not fall down. Let's see. Everyone's running relatively cool except the enemy Phoenix Hawk, which is at 4. Stiletto is at 4. Earl is at 4. Petra's at 2. Warwolf is at 3. The friendly Scorpion is hanging out at 4. And we picked up pilot Nikki Overgog. We've lost initiative going into round 9. We've still got 6 rounds before the enemy reinforcements show up. Let's see. Foot Platoon Light Scout and Pilot Jordan Ofiake? I don't know. Both killed by snow. Our team is at 80.2%. We are at 77.1%. Team 2 is at 29.7% or thereabouts. So we're actually about to have this in the bag. Primary Op 4 is at 33%. Mech Garrison is at 18%. Base turrets are at 92%. Let's see. Yarvik will run forward 4 hexes and turn. Hoser was going to walk forward 1 hex and hang out. Let's see, who's next? The Blackjack, Tsubasa is going to move forward. Dang. Still not getting the extra 2 hexes that I want to get out of this mask. We'll run forward 4 hexes. We'll walk forward 3 hexes. Maybe we can land some hits this turn. Ash would like to get up using careful stand. Actually, we'd like to advance if we can, since we don't have any targets in range from where we're at. We need a 3 to get up, shouldn't be a problem. Stiletto will advance on the Vedette and the Blackjack at a rate of 6 hexes this turn. Petra maybe wants to go after the Pack Rat and the Phoenix Hawk. Earl, we go for the Vedette and the Blackjack. We go for the turrets. I think we're also going to go for the Pack Rat and the Condor. and the Phoenix Hawk over here. Let's see, the Stalker can go ahead and advance in this direction. No. I want to make it to at least this hex. Let's see, the Spider can jump, I think, 5 hexes over here and get a flank on the we'll go 7 hexes and we'll go after this Vedette. Alright, Ash needs a 3 to get up, gets a 10. Easy peasy. Yarvik has even with his left arm, does not have shots on the Condor. Maybe if we flip arms? Yeah. We've got him on 14s and 12s. We'll go single shot just to conserve a little bit of ammo. No, we haven't updated to 49.14 yet. We're still on 49.13. I have started messing around with 14. It seems really cool. But unfortunately, we were in the middle of this contract when it dropped, and the patch notes specifically recommend waiting until the end of your contract to update. So we are doing that. That said, I am really looking forward to updating to 14 because StratCon looks to be much improved, which, I mean, that just seems cool as heck to me. We've got the Savannah Master, and we've got him on 8s. Anyone seen any slowdown? I did. I ran a practice match, and around 12 turn 12 to 15, I started to notice it started slowing down at each phase. That said, with the high quality graphics on, it does seem to it doesn't have the chugging that you see with the high quality graphics on 13. But it did seem like it was slowing down significantly between phases. Starting at around round 12, maybe 10 or 12. Yeah, the terrain looks good. It's just a little unfortunate that it still seems like it maybe has, I don't know if it's a memory leak or what. I do need to configure it to where it can use more memory, and I was going to test and see if that helped any. I was going to maybe try 50% more or doubling the amount of memory allocated to MegaMek and see if that helped any, but I haven't done it yet since it did just drop. We'll go for the Vedette on 6s and then 8, and that puts us 1 heat over. Stiletto has the Vedette on 4s and 6s. Skip one of the pulses and go 2 heat over with the SRMs. Let's see. Tsubasa has the pack rat on 9s. We'll take those shots. Earl has the pack rat on 9s. You could up your temp swap memory also. That might help. Temporary swap memory. I'm not sure what you're talking about. That sounds like mumbo jumbo to me, but I'm not super tech savvy, so that's probably why. We'll take the 9, we'll take the 12. Not in that order, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with the concept of using hard drive space in lieu of memory. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Um, what's it called? I forget what it's called when you do that, but um, like um that goes back to when I remember learning about Windows and DOS on a 486SX computer back in the day. And the Stalker also has the Vedette on sixes, large lasers. But yeah, I mean, I was running with the default settings, so I think it's what, like 2 gigs of memory is what it's allocated for. 2048 megs, which is, I guess, not a lot by modern standards. So I was planning on doubling that, like I said, which my computer can run 4 gigs of memory for one program, no problem. Um, I know that's not an option for everyone, but I don't feel like it's a stretch for most people. Um, but yeah, I was gonna see if that helped with the slowdown at all. See if maybe it was just like the program getting bigger and bigger as the log files got expanded. Because I've got a lot of verbose reporting on, so I feel like that makes the log files expand pretty quickly. Ash at the Savannah Master gets the kill. Phoenix Hawk at the Scorpion hits it in the right torso with a medium pulse laser. Hoser at the Vedette hits it in the front, hits it in the left side, hits it in the left side again, misses with the large laser. So that's costing it 2 movement points and all of its left side armor, but not getting the kill. Small laser turret missing on 12s, the Phoenix Hawk missing on a 7. Cronus at the Vedette hits it in the front, hits it in the left side with an SRM, stunning the crew for a turn. Hits it in the front, costing it half of its remaining armor. Tsubasa hits the pack rat in the right side for 8, down to 8 armor. The LRM-10 quad turret landing 15 LRMs on Earl's center torso, right and left torso, down to 3 on the center, 5 on the right. He was already planning for a Vidette, but it didn't explode. There's always next turn, if no one else kills it. Scorpion missing the Phoenix Hawk, the LRM triple turret landing 22 LRMs on Earl's center torso. Some more, and the arms, and the right torso down to 4 armor. Center torso down to 24 structure. Right arm down to 14 structure. Earl missing the pack rat on 9s, 10s, and 12s. The Vedette missing on 9s. Petra at the pack rat hits it in the front. Hits it in the front some more with some LBX ammo. Down to 0 armor, down to 1 structure on the front of that pack rat. And costing it a movement point. And minor motive system damage multiple times. The Condor at the Scorpion hits it in the center torso on the rear left leg. The Thunderbolt missing the Condor on a 12. The Spider at the Vedette hits it in the front, missing with everything else. The Blackjack missing the Spider on 10s. The Stalker at the Vedette hits it in the turret and the right side, hits it in the turret some more. And that Vedette is just taking quite a beating. Still ticking. The Savannah Master at the Stalker missing on 8s. The Avenging Angel landing 3 LRMs on the Phoenix Hawk center torso. The Vedette landing 2 SRMs on the Cronus' left arm and left leg. Earl needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 9. We punch the Blackjack in the rear for any significant damage. Not so much. We might get a head hit, but I think we're better off kicking the Vedette. We can kick the Vedette for 6. You know what? Why not? we might get the head hit on the blackjack, but with the vedette, we might get the immobilization. We did kick it in the left side. We did not cause any motive damage. The Avenging Angel kicks the Condor in the turret for 9. It's down to 19 armor. And starting to feel a little bit of slowdown in this program. Thunderbolt is at 0, Yarvik is at 0, Hoser is at 1, the enemy Phoenix Hawk is at 6, Stiletto is at 2, Scorpion is at 5. Scorpion, man. He has barely enough heat sinks to fire that PPC, especially even in this weather. We've won initiative, and we're going after the allied force, but before the ground reinforcements. We've got enemy reinforcements deploying on round 15, which is in 10 turns. We're at 76%. They're at 25.6% of their forces. If we can do just a smidge more damage to them, we can call this a win and capture this friggin' base. I'm seriously looking forward to that. Yarvik is going to continue moving this way, trying to get some shots on the blackjack or one of these vedettes. He needs a 2 for running and turning, shouldn't be a problem. Hoser is not going to have any targets where he is unless this vedette stands still or advances, or unless the blackjack or the other vedette advances on him. That's the problem with driving this big battering ram of a mech, is that everyone sees it coming and no one wants to stand close enough for you to shoot it. Tsubasa will finally engage the mask, moving 5 hexes into these woods on a 3+. Okay, he made the 3+. Let's get Petra into the action over here. Let's get Earl into the action over here. Evasive and in woods. Nice. Ash. Can get the vedette into medium range, which is perfect for her. Let's see, the Cronus. We can jump into these. Is that woods or is that's rubble? Do we have to roll a PSR if we jump into rubble? Yeah, we do. It's a 3+ though, so it shouldn't be a problem. Hoser can get these woods out of his line of sight by advancing 1 hex. Speeder. Would like to get back shots on this blackjack if we could. How strong is this building? Construction factor 18. No. Construction factor 21. Height 3. Height 2. Construction factor 22. Man, these buildings are not strong enough for even a spider to jump onto. We'll have Warwolf move that way. He can get shots on this vedette. Let's see, the spider. No, we're not walking across the buildings. We will be jumping, if anything. We'll jump 7 hexes here. And that gives us medium range on the vedette in the rear arc. I think that's the move. Alright, Yarvik needs a 2, gets a 10. Blackjack needs a 3, gets a 10. Cronus needs a 3, gets a 12. Everyone rolled really well when they only needed 2s and 3s. Let's see, Yarvik. Actually, who do we want to get the kill on that vedette? Who can get the kill on that vedette? Let's see if we can give that to Hoser. Hoser's actually got this vedette on 3s. That might be a better move, because that vedette doesn't have many people able to shoot at it. So we'll do 3s and 7s, and we'll throw in a 9, just to be 4 heat over. We'll follow that with the spider, who has him on 8s. Okay, so that's that vedette taken care of. Next will be Ash, I think, at the blackjack on 8s. Yeah, we'll take shots at the blackjack on 8s. And the vedette on a pair of 11s, just to be 1 heat over. Yarvik at the vedette on 7s. Unless he's got anything else, which I don't think he does, except the turrets. Oh, Stiletto's got the vedette over here on 4s. And a 6. This is going to be our last turn, so I'm going to overheat just a little bit with that. Because we seriously only need to do like 0.25% of damage to them. Let's see, the Condor. We've got him on 6s. Earl has the Condor on 7s and 10s, looks like, and some 12s. And an 8, yeah, we'll throw in an 8 to be 2 over, and we'll throw in the LBX to be 4 over. Petra has the Pack Rat on 10s. Actually, cluster munitions on a 9. Yeah, we'll do that. And let's see, we've got Warwolf has shots at the vedette on 6s and like 10s. Sixes, 10s, and more 6s. We'll go up to 3 heat for that. Alright, let's see what kind of damage we were able to do this turn. Crew of LRM-10 quad turret unjams the turret. Well, that stinks. Then enemy Phoenix Hawk lands a medium pulse laser on the Avenging Angel's right torso, following that with a machine gun, critting on the heat sink. Fired the AMS at the Avenging Angel and missed. The Phoenix Hawk shooting at building 2129 and destroying it. Hoser at the vedette. Oh, looks like you get to paint a vedette on your mech after all. That's a pair of hits to the left side, which is the kill. The vedette lands nothing in return. The spider at the vedette hits it in the rear. Ash at the blackjack on 8s, missing 4 out of 4 with the first 4 shots. 2 out of 8 in total on 8s. Hits it in the center torso and the right arm. The Condor lands an autocannon 2 on the Phoenix Hawk's left arm. The Scorpion landing a hit on building 2432, blocking the turret. Yarvik at the vedette hits it in the turret in the right side. The blackjack hits Ash in the left torso for 5, and the left torso for 2 more, and the left leg for 2. Cronus at the vedette hits it in the left side, which is already destroyed. Hits it in the front, destroying that as well. The Thunderbolt missing the Condor. The blackjack at the Condor hits it in the turret and the right side, immobilizing it. Earl at the Condor missing on 10s, 12s, 8s, and 7s. The Avenging Angel hitting the Phoenix Hawk in the right arm and right torso with medium and small laser fire. Petra lands an LB-10X on the Pack Rat, hitting it with 6 pellets, immobilizing it. Triple LRM turret landing 9 LRMs on Earl's right leg and arm, primarily, critting on a double heat sink and the upper arm actuator. Warwolf with the Vedette hits it in the right side, destroying it. And the quad turret has been destroyed, which means that we need to call it here or we will lose the base. The Phoenix Hawk kicks the Avenging Angel in the left leg down to 8 structure. The Avenging Angel kicks the Phoenix Hawk in the right leg down to 9 armor. Neither one goes down. Alright, let's check our... okay, everyone's running hot. Stiletto is at 7. Everyone else is hotter than usual. We should have them down to below 25%. Yes, Team 2 is at 18% with 9 of 28 units remaining. So we will finally call it a victory. And we finally got control of this friggin' base. It's about time. And it took us all the support points. It cost us a lot of damage. Earl's mech is going to be in the repair bay for a while. And I guess that means that we've got Wyvern back. As well as the other 2 mechs, because we weren't able to find a way to add them to the up 4. Yeah, we controlled the battlefield. Atlas took heavy damage, including stripping the center torso down to internal. Right arm took a large laser's worth of damage of internal structure. The right torso is down to 4. Lost a medium laser and some LRM-20 ammo. Well, the ammo is not exactly damage. Ash took light damage, lots of scattering points of damage. Let's see, the Wolverine lost its right torso. Engine took 3 hits. Quick Draw needs a cockpit, needs a right torso and a right arm, needs a left leg replaced. That's going to be in the repair bay for a while. The Cronus took light damage, all armor. Alright, did any one of our people get hurt? Looks like Zero Chew is the only one. He should be fine. Let's see, the LRM turret, none of the turrets escaped, per se. The Phoenix Hawk escaped. The Condor and the Pack Rat were, I think, both immobilized. Yeah. I think the Phoenix Hawk is maybe the only thing that got away that I'm aware of. We did capture, I guess, the pilot of an enemy archer, a couple guys from the Condor, a couple guys from the foot platoon that I guess didn't freeze, the Savannah Master, the Vedettes, more Vedette personnel, and the Wolfhound pilot as well. Alright, Wolfhound goes to Hoser. The Quick Draw, we did not get the kill. The Pack Rat, I believe, was immobilized by Tsubasa. The Saladin was not us. The Wolverine was not us. The LRM-10 turret did not actually get destroyed by us. The Condor, the AC-5 turret, the foot platoon froze to death. Zero Chew. Wait, Zero Chew got picked up, didn't he? Yeah. Carpathize, hey, how's it going? You just missed the conclusion of a 2-episode battle where we were struggling to capture an enemy mech base, which has been providing reinforcements to the enemies for a while now, and which will now be providing us with reinforcements. I was just divvying up the kills and noticing that Zero Chew is listed as a kill. Nice indeed. We did force withdrawal of 3/4 of everything. Let me scroll down a little bit. We did not destroy the facility. We were able to scan the facility since we didn't destroy it and we took out all the defenders. We were able to preserve. I think it was it the autocannon 5 turret? No, it was the triple LRM-10 turret did not get preserved. Or was it the quad? I forget. Doesn't matter. We did force withdrawal of 3/4 of the enemy forces, which means we get to keep the base. We'll call that a victory. It was not an overwhelming victory. We did take some pretty heavy losses. That said, where is missing in action personnel? Oh, we got a lot of people missing in action. But crucially, Frederick French has been retrieved. He is now active. Okay, so we've got our pilot back, we've got our mechs back. Where is Frederick French? Okay, he's got a bruise that's gonna last 5 days. And can we give him an award for that? Prisoner of War, 1 XP and 1 Edge. Yeah, that gives him... Okay, yeah, so... that was worth it, I guess. I wish we didn't have to do all that, but I'm glad things worked out well in the end. As far as the repair bay, I guess we can start working on the Atlas and the Archer again. Edeborg. Oof. We can have Chris start knocking out the quicker armor jobs that need, well, shoot, how do we do this? I know that Edeborg needs to be in charge of replacing, like, the right leg and everything. Yeah, we'll have Edeborg start putting the leg on the Atlas. Where is Dolfikar is going to be reloading everything. Oh, we got some ammo bins needing to be salvaged. We'll have some regular techs work on that, actually. We'll have Vernita do one of those. That'll finish up tomorrow. We'll have, I guess, Shoyab do another one. We've got an engine needs to be salvaged out. That's gonna be like a 3-day job for a regular, or we could have a veteran do that. We'll have Susan do that. It's still gonna be a 3-day job, but she'll have some time left over. Actually, we'll go ahead and spend the full 3 days on that, just so if we roll the 3, we're not screwed. Because I don't trust us not to roll the 3. Let's see, B can get started on the center torso. The right torso, we can have Loney, I think, start on that. Guillaume can start on the gyro. Is Hoser a sniper now? Oh, good question. Elite Mech Warrior 59, 1 point shy. Oh, that is unfortunate. Even with the Wolfhound, you still only got 3 XP that mission. Man. That and it sucks especially because you almost got that Vedette. Like 1 point left on that side. Would have been the kill, would have been sniper for you. Yeah, next battle automatically. As soon as you deploy, you'll have the XP. Speaking of which, did anyone gain enough XP to do anything? Frederick French has enough XP. We could do cluster hitter soon-ish. Ruby's at 15. Petra is at 38. Next is going to be a point of leadership for Petra and 2 more XP. Victorama's at 37. Ash is at 21. She could improve her gunnery. Or she could wait. Actually, with weapons specialist, you can't also have any other kind of specializations. We could get her hopping jack, or human TRO, or melee master. Actually, melee master with those hatchets sounds pretty dope. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Melee Master is so OP for the cost. It's kind of unreal. Penny, Endosteel, oof. I really don't want to risk an Endosteel part. We'll have the small laser, maybe. We'll have, I guess, Anacito do the laser. After that, we've just got armor. We'll have Chris knock out some armor for us. Who else can do some armor? We'll have, not an elite. We'll have Big Knock do some armor. Let's see, the Atlas still needs armor as well. We'll have Big Knock do this on a 6. Tamalika on a 3. Penny do, well, there's no reason to rush that. We can have a regular knock those out. We'll have Oliver Costa is next in line for veteranship, I think. So we'll have him, maybe knock that down to a 6. Or even a 5 for 41 points. We have a veteran do that. Yeah, we'll have Veronica do that. It'll be today and tomorrow. Oh. Nope, we need to scrap the left leg. Let's go ahead and put these actuators on ×2. We'll have Oliver knock out one of them. We'll have George knock out the other 2. Go back to repair mode, go back to all. And we'll scrap the busted left leg. We'll have to replace the busted left leg. It's gonna be ×4, actually. We can have Penny do that on a 6. Um, yeah, it'll take her 4 days, but we'll get started on that. Salvage the double heat sink. We'll do that at ×4. We'll have Jamel do that over today and tomorrow. Cockpit needing repaired. Let's see. Chris? Chris has her full 480, so that'll be 2 days for her. Was it? There's Dulfikar. Okay, so I think that's all that we can be doing on those 2 mechs for now. And then we'll have a bunch of repairs coming in here shortly when all of these guys get back. So yeah, I think we're ready to advance to July 14th. We've got maintenance on the Atlas, which is actually improving in quality. The LB-10X is still at quality F, which sucks. Wyvern's Archer is actually trending downward because of the armor and the endosteel. The SRM4 improved a little bit though. Chris is working on the cockpit. That's going to be another couple days. The double heat sink and the SRM4 got salvaged. Oh, failed to fix the center torso on the Archer. That's going to be a big job. We're going to give that to B again, I guess. That'll be 120 minutes out of tomorrow's time. And now we've got all of these guys. Alright, where is MekHQ? Oh, I guess, wait, where did he go? I wasn't all of us. Oh, Dulfikar is what I was looking for. Okay, so that's going to be work in progress. The Cronus needs some ammunition as well. Archer is just armor. The Wolverine is going to have some ammunition. The other Atlas is going to have some ammunition. 2, 3, 4. That's it for Dulfikar for today. Let's see. What else have we got? We've got 205 minutes for this armor. We can knock that out on 5, I hope. The left arm. Have Loney. No, that's going to be an Ediborg job. We do have some actuators that we can work on. We'll have Kai knock out one of those. We'll have Kostya and Alexandru knock out the other 2. The Cronus is all armor. We'll have Loney knock out the easy armor jobs. What have we got for easy jobs here? We've got a couple of easy jobs for Loney here. Oh, knocked that out on a 7, fortunately. What else have we got in the way of little armor jobs? We got 45 minutes there. I want to hold off on that. We we can have, I guess, we can do ×3 on that for 270 minutes. We can have Anacito do that. We'll have Vernita do the arm actuator. We'll have Denise do the medium laser. We can have a veteran knock out the engine real quick. We'll have Riam knock that out. And we're gonna have Guillaume work on that arm as well. The center torso. We can have Lonnie knock that out. Oh, gained an XP, but spent a long time doing it. We'll have her work on that until tomorrow. Oh, we are out of cockpits. Let us go to purchase parts. Cockpit standard, Intersphere clan, target 2+. We will buy in bulk. We might as well buy. We're gonna need one immediately. We'll go ahead and spend 1,000,000 C-bills on extras. So that'll be 5 extras plus the one we need. Oh, and Gribbly, I don't know if you're still here or not, or if you bounced, but we had talked a couple weeks ago about using the planetary acquisition rules. I was messing around with those in 49.14, and it has pros and cons. I'm not gonna say it's wholly better, but I was playing around with it, and I can definitely see the appeal. It does some things better, as far as like knowing where your parts are coming from, and it adds an element of how long is it going to take before your parts get in, so it requires a little bit more planning, which I do like. The downside is that it does really fill up the command log. The daily log is just full of repair or acquisition roles, especially when you have multiple personnel making checks, and especially if you have each personnel making, say, 8 checks like I like. That tends to fill up really quickly, especially if you're surrounded by stars that you can acquire parts from, because then all of your people are checking all of those planets, and each one. Yeah, but you can change how often you check and the number of checks, and there is also the verbose reporting. I'm just relaying my experiences with it. It was with the verbose reporting on, which I appreciate and I liked. I liked being able to see exactly. It was very informative learning how the system worked, as far as what parts come from where, which I did appreciate and enjoy. And in fact, for off stream, I might even stick with that. But for on stream, I don't think I can. We'll see. We will have to see. I might end up going that way in the end. I don't know yet. It's definitely something to think about, especially considering how much stuff I already have in the warehouse, and the fact that basically I'm already well stocked, so I'm not trying to order everything all at once. We might end up switching to planetary acquisition here at some point. Again, we'll see. I'm not going to promise anything at this point, but it's definitely on my radar. I'll put it that way. So Fred Modry only has 120 minutes. That's Endo Steel. It's worth adjusting the penalties for each rating, considering errata and rules changes have significantly buffed admin TNs. I did notice that even with a veteran administrator as a C-rated unit and on a contract, it was very hard to get a hold of any parts at all. So I did bump my practice lance up to a B rating, and I gave them an elite administrator. Even still, there were a lot of parts that I just wasn't able to get a hold of because I didn't have the availability there. Not just endosteel parts, but like LBXs and ER large lasers, stuff that I don't think should be that hard to get a hold of was just straight up impossible. So I did have to fiddle around with that a little bit. But that's why I run a practice game, is so that I can try those things out off screen and not interfere with what you guys get to see. So it is something that like I said, I've been messing around with, and it's definitely something that I will consider doing in the long run. And he just earned 2 XP, but he cost me 24 points of armor. Speaking of which, we're down to 135 points of armor. So that is something that we need to definitely be purchasing. I'm thinking we're going to buy about 15 lots or 75 tons of armor. I keep forgetting Enter doesn't work there. So yeah, we're down to 135 points of armor, and we've just wasted 24 of those points. So that's groovy. And Aceto just earned an XP for putting on some armor. Nice. Oliver Costa on a 6? No. We'll have Halima do that on a 5 over today and tomorrow. Have Tamalika do that on a 5 over today and tomorrow. Daniel Apti can start on that. That's going to take at least a day. What else have we got for some regulars up in here? We can do 240 minutes for that armor. And Aceto might as well reload that. Fred Modry. What can we do with 120 minutes? Not a lot from the looks of it, except for some armor stuff. I'll have Elena do that armor. We'll spend 10 minutes of tomorrow's time doing that armor. We'll have Fred Modry do this armor into tomorrow. That leaves us with 3 regular techs, including Shoyab. Try to do that on a 6. We'll try to do that on a 5. 30. An 8. That's no. Bring that down to a 5, and that'll take almost all of his time. Oh, we've got plenty of ferrofibrous armor. That's nice. Let's see. The Banshee. It's going to be a 55-minute job. We'll spend 20 of tomorrow's minutes on that. Have Oliver start on the ammo bins, and 5 minutes is not a big deal to waste for tomorrow. Oh wow, we've already been streaming for 1 hour and 45 minutes. Doesn't feel like it. Okay, so we've got maintenance on the Long Tom. We fixed the cockpit on the Atlas. We fixed the center torso on the Atlas. Nice. We've got armor tasks suspended until we can get in more armor. We did fix the right arm on the Atlas. Armor do we have left? Armor, standard. Okay, we've still got 10 points. But anything bigger than 10 points got suspended. We salvaged the XL engine on the Archer. Are we going to be able to repair that? Yes, we are going to be able to repair that. That is going to be... Ooh. Can that be a chrysanthemum job? I think, yeah, that's going to be a Chris job. We'll have the double heat sink. Do we have a mechanic that we can have do that? No, we've got Elite Tech Max, Veteran Tech Max, Veteran Mechanic. Yeah, you can start on that. No sweat. That'll just take you forever because you're spending 30 minutes a day on it. And we'll have this mechanic start on that small laser. That'll be a 2-day job on a 2, so no problem there. Let's see what else. We've got the refit kits coming along. We've got the Warhammer gonna be done in about 3 more days. We've got the Jenner gonna be about 5 more days. How much armor do we have coming in? We've got cockpits coming in starting in 1 day. We've got armor coming in starting in 1 day as well. So, into the repair bay. We don't have much in the way of armor, but we do have an Ediborg. Let's get started on this left arm. 5. The Wolverine is going to need its engine salvaged. We can have... Who can we have do that? B. We can have B do that over the course of 2 days, so we'll start on that. Let's see. The Atlas is a work in progress. The quick draw. We can put armor on the quick draw because that's ferrofibrous. 140 minutes. We'll start on that. We'll knock both of these up to ×4 time. The right leg is, or the left leg is going to be an Ediborg job. The right leg is going to be. We can actually have a regular. George Valdez? No. Denise will spend today and tomorrow on that right leg. The right torso is going to be a bit until we can get Ediborg on that. The Banshee needs some reloading, so we can have... Where's Dulfikar? There's Dulfikar. Have him do those. And the Stalker, we'll have him do those. Okay, we're down to 6 mechs in the repair bay. Now, granted, they're all missing parts. Major parts. Except for, like, the Atlas and the Banshee, which are just waiting for some armor to come in. Yeah, we should have some stuff done in, like, the next day or so. Sunday, July 15th, going into Monday, July 16th. Do we have any bonus missions going on? We've got 2 cockpits. We've got 5 tons of armor. Woot. We did fix the armor on the Atlas, but we failed to fix more armor on the Atlas. And then we fixed some armor on the Atlas. Fred Modry and Tamalika succeeded. Daniel Apte failed with a 3. Fortunately, didn't break anything. We put a bunch of armor on. We got the left arm on the Atlas. We got the left leg on the Atlas. Nice. With a pair of 6s. Chris is going to be working on that 350 XL for a little while longer. Hanlon fixed the small laser. Nice. A bunch of parts we can't have. And, 3 new scenarios all lined up for this week. Groovy. Convoy attack on the 20th. Low atmo destroy dropship on the 20th. and low ammo destroy dropship on the 16th. I don't know how I feel about those low atmo missions. Yeah, because that's going to be our leopard shark and a pair of sabers against an up for leopard, 2 wings of op 4 escorts, another wing of op 4 enemy aircraft, and another wing of op 4 enemy recon aircraft. No, I don't think I agreed to including the leopard shark in my TONE for this mission. No. We're going to GM mode and remove that scenario. And let's check out this other one, destroyed dropship. Op 4 dropship at Gazelle, and a solid 4 wings of enemy fighters. And that is supposed to be... I guess we get to decide our own forces for that, but you know what? We're not going to do that either. Because I don't like dropship battles, and I don't like aerospace battles. And that was 2 of them. 1 battle this week should be plenty. That's going to be a convoy attack in the wetlands with a 4-4 and a rifleman on our side, and some 3 bulldogs and an axle on our side. What is our objective here? Destroy our route primary op 4, preserve the rifleman. Oh, preserve 50% of foot and jump platoons. So yeah, our foot and jump platoons are supposed to be a match for 3,500 points worth of primary op 4. And 2,300 points of enemy convoy. I think we're going to be spending some support points to deal with that. But that is going to be next week. For right now, that's on the 20th. That gives us 4 days to finish repairing these mechs. Edeborg is going to have her hands full with all kinds of stuff. We'll do ×2 on the actuators. We'll do ×4 on the laser, and we'll do ×3 on the heatsink. Because I think that is how it tends to work out. We'll have Shoyab do the heatsink. We'll have Oliver do the laser. We'll have Denise do a couple of actuators. We'll have Anacito do a couple of actuators. Have Ogiko do an actuator, and Shoyab. We'll have Kostya do an actuator. Alright, so the Atlas is good except for the armor. The Wolverine is work in progress. Who can we have replacing or working on that left torso? We can have... as far as elites go, we've got Fred Modry and we've got Elena. Elena is only spending 120 minutes a day, so that's going to be an 8-day job to fix the right torso, whereas that's a 2-day job for Edeborg because she's got all of her time. The Atlas is waiting on armor. The quick draw, we can start putting, well, on a 5. Do we want to risk that? We can start on this cockpit. And actually, we can have a veteran do that in 3 days. If we have Susan start on that now, we'll have that done in a couple of days. Let's see, the Archer is waiting on its arm and the left torso and the engine. 275 XL. We'll spend... B could do that over the course of 10 days. Do we have another 275 XL? We do not. We might be able to spend a support point to get a bonus part for that. Failing that, we're going to need someone to spend like 3 days fixing it. An elite with full time. How many elites do we have with full time? We have Chris and we have Edeborg. So that's going to be a Chris job for that engine. Edeborg gonna have her hands full. She really is. Let's see. Archers, just waiting on those things. Quick draw, let me double check. Reattach to left leg. Do that in 6 days. Now, I wanna wait. That'll be, I guess, a Chris job as well. That looks like an Edeborg job. Other than that, we're just waiting on armor to start showing up. So yeah, we will advance one more day to the 17th. We've got maintenance on the Saladin, maintenance on the Drillson, working on the cockpit. Chris is still fixing that 350 engine. That 350 engine is gonna be 2 more days, or 2 more minutes. Double heat sink, Jenner refit in 3 days, Rifleman refit in a couple months, Warhammer in about 3 days. All the parts we can't have and good stuff. We got some armor in, so we can have Veronica do that armor. Have Big Knock start on that armor. It'll take him 3 days, so that's fine. We'll have Riam work on this armor. That gets that off the list. Edeborg can start on this right torso, I think. Let's see. Chris is going to be doing that engine next. Penny can get started on that. It's going to be 4 days, but I don't see that we have much choice. Elena and Fred. I wish they could work together and knock that out in 3 days instead of having to take 6 days apiece on it. But that's not how it works. We'll have B. No, I don't like the odds on a 6. B is going to start working on armor instead. Uh, 70 minutes left. Oh, that's going to end up getting put on hold until we've got 41 points in storage as well, isn't it? Well, that's a bummer. Have Tamalika do that on a 5? No, Tamalika will waste our last 12 points of armor. Well, that's a shame. So we just got some repairs left to be done. And this, I think, we're coming up on 2 hours now that we've been streaming today. So I'll go ahead and I've saved it. We will pick this up again next week. Thank you all for joining me. Carpathize, Ferenc, Gribbly. Glad you guys were able to make it today. Hope you guys are able to make it next week. Let me go ahead and start with a raid. We'll do big fluffy 10K like we like to do. And we will... Oh, it would help if I had my formatting right. Yes, okay, now we are getting ready to raid. So, thank you guys for joining me. And yeah, Hoser's almost a sniper, so looking forward to that. We'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.